Welcome to another history adventure. Today, we journey back over 1,000 years to explore the most feared vessels ever to sail the northern seas, the Viking longships. Thunder crashes across dark Nordic waters as shadowy vessels emerge from morning mist like ancient sea monsters. Carved dragon heads pierce through fog, their wooden eyes gleaming with supernatural menace that terrorized medieval Europe. Viking shipwrights possessed revolutionary maritime technology that would dominate northern seas for over 3 centuries of conquest. Unlike deep-hulled Mediterranean vessels, longships drew mere 3 feet, enabling surprise attacks through impossible shallow waterways. Overlapping oak planks created flexible hulls that bent with waves rather than breaking, surviving North Atlantic storms. A single massive oak keel formed each ship's spine, hand-selected from trees that grew for centuries. Under full sail and oars, dragon ships achieved 15 knots, outrunning any pursuit vessel of their era. Identical bow and stern allowed instant direction changes without turning around, perfect for lightning raids and escapes. Shipbuilders chose oak trees struck by lightning, believing Thor's power would protect their vessels from storms. Master craftsmen required 2 years and 60 oak trees to complete a single 30-oar longship vessel. Serpentine figureheads weren't mere decoration, but spiritual guardians believed to see through fog and enemy deceptions. Red and white striped sails became Europe's most feared sight, announcing Viking raiders approaching defenseless coastal settlements. Shallow drafts enabled longships to penetrate hundreds of miles inland via rivers, reaching Paris and Constantinople. Odin's sacred ravens adorned battle flags, their wings spread wide promising victory or glorious death in combat. Longships could beach anywhere, transforming every shoreline into potential invasion point that terrified medieval coastal communities. In 865, over 400 dragon ships carried 15,000 Vikings to conquer Anglo-Saxon kingdoms across Britain. Ragnar Lothbrok's fleet sailed up the Seine, besieging Paris with 120 longships in 845 AD. Emperor Constantine VII watched in amazement as Viking longships were physically carried overland around river rapids. Swedish Vikings navigated Russian rivers to reach Constantinople, establishing the medieval world's most profitable trade networks. Eric the Red's dragon ships carried Norse families across treacherous North Atlantic waters to colonize Greenland. Leif Erikson's longship reached North American shores 5 centuries before Columbus ever dreamed of westward voyages. Viking crews lashed themselves to their ships during Atlantic storms, singing death songs while waves towered overhead. Elite berserker warriors carved bare heads on their longship prows, invoking animal fury for upcoming battles. Without compasses, Vikings used sunstones, wave patterns, and migrating birds to navigate across open ocean waters. Calcite crystals revealed sun positions through clouds, giving Vikings supernatural navigation abilities that mystified their enemies. New longships required blood sacrifice, usually prisoners, their spirits bound to protect the vessel through dangerous voyages. Runic stones commemorate fallen Vikings who died in the east, their dragon ships carrying them to distant lands. Fallen Jarls received ship burials, their dragon vessels blazing funeral pyres carrying souls to Valhalla's golden halls. Archaeological discoveries reveal entire longships buried with their crews, weapons, and treasures for the eternal journey. In 866, dragon ships filled the River Ouse as Vikings conquered York, establishing their English kingdom. Longships penetrated Irish rivers, Vikings establishing Dublin as their western Atlantic slave trading hub and fortress city. Viking dragon ships returned from raids loaded with Arabic silver, Byzantine silk, and enslaved European populations. By 1100 AD, castle fortifications and heavy warships made lightning longship raids increasingly ineffective and dangerous. King Harald Hardrada's invasion fleet met crushing defeat in 1066, marking the end of Viking longship dominance. The Oscar ship, discovered perfectly preserved in Norwegian clay, reveals intricate craftsmanship that created these maritime marvels. Modern reconstructions prove Viking longships remain seaworthy, crossing Atlantic waters using only medieval navigation techniques and tools. Excavated longships contain gaming pieces, weapons, and personal items revealing intimate details of Viking seafaring life. Norway's Gokstad ship burial included horses, dogs, and peacocks, suggesting far-reaching trade connections across medieval Europe. Scientific analysis reveals longship construction techniques evolved rapidly, each generation improving upon their ancestors' maritime innovations. 5 deliberately sunken longships blocked Roskilde Fjord, their sacrifice protecting Denmark from Norwegian invasion attempts. Computer modeling reveals how Viking shipwrights calculated precise angles and measurements without modern mathematical tools or instruments. Iron rivets, nails, and anchor chains required master blacksmiths working alongside shipwrights to complete dragon ship construction. Woolen sails woven by Viking women incorporated animal fat weatherproofing, creating durable maritime technology surviving Atlantic crossings. Longships carried livestock, families, and entire households across oceans, serving as both warships and immigrant transport vessels. Dragon ships controlled medieval Europe's most profitable trade routes, connecting Greenland ice with Constantinople's golden markets. Viking navigators read cloud formations, ocean swells, and bird behavior, predicting weather changes days before storms. European kingdoms built coastal watchtowers and beacon systems specifically designed to warn against approaching Viking longship fleets. Modern naval architecture still employs shallow draft principles pioneered by Viking shipwrights over 1,000 years ago. New discoveries continue revealing longship construction secrets, proving Vikings were Europe's most sophisticated medieval maritime civilization. Though their age passed, Viking longships remain history's most perfect fusion of artistry, technology, and oceanic terror. Dragon ships sail forever in Nordic memory, their carved heads still watching over northern seas and Viking souls.